Go.
What's up, Austin?
Hey James, how's it going?
How you doing, man? I'm doing great, man.
I'm doing great, man. I'm in Bali right now. Bought
Good.
up my setup.
Good, man. Good. Well, thanks for joining me. I want to introduce Austin really quick. He is a serious dude, great closer. He runs a sales training and placement offer that we helped him scale. And Austin, tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do and who you serve.
Yeah, so I used to be a closer. I was doing pretty well, 15, 20, some months 30. And the thing about closing is like all you're doing is you're getting commissions, so you're literally working to make somebody else rich. And I just kind of get fed up with it. But I was like, well, a lot of people who are stuck in a 9 to 5, I'm happier than them. So I was like, maybe I should launch an offer to teach other people how to do what I do currently, right? I paid a coach before. His name was like Justin Saunders. He taught me like DM ads. I started doing that. And in the beginning, it wasn't working. It was really more of a course. I thought it was something that was done for you, but it was like a course, and I had to remember like the call that we had. I told you that I'm specifically looking for done for you.
Yep.
And I started working with him. 5 months later, we did like 100 grand a month with Justin on DM
Yep.
ads. But then the problem came. I had to start making content, like being this social media fuck, and I really hate that. Then I saw your ad, and I was like, okay, this looks interesting, and I don't have to take sales calls. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was definitely skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. I remember, like I told you on the call, I was like, this kind of sounds too good to be true, right?
It
Then
does seem like that.
yeah, it does, man. But the closer part and like the done for you part was something that really like caught my eye. Because most of the time when I buy stuff, it's always like courses or like coaching. But for you, it was like really, really good because it was done for you, and then you coached me on how to manage the system, which was really, really well.
Right. And what are some of the other, I guess, biggest challenges that you experienced like right before working with us? Like you said, you had to make a ton of content. You were running a DM ads funnel.
hmm
What were some of those challenges?
The biggest thing with DMS was the lack of intent that people had when they came on the calls with me, because obviously, like, we're having messaging conversation, which adds a lot of friction. I think you told me this as well, was that the people that we were getting, they weren't people that bought right now.
Yep.
So we get a lot of DMs and people will buy in 3 months, and it was just like a lot of follow up. And plus the time to make content. Making content fucking sucks, bro. Right?
Yeah.
I had to make reels, I had to post on my story every day. But it just like it worked, and I felt like it got me to where I needed to be. But I had bigger goals. And your system just was ultimately the thing that got me to where I am today.
Dude, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
So
What
like,
um what I guess what do you think was the main tool or system or like maybe strategy that you would say had the biggest impact on the reason you were able to have success with this?
right, so oh my God, stop calling me. The biggest thing, sorry about that.
No worries.
The biggest thing was just kind of the one key feature was my ads had with the DM ads had people that were open to my solution, right? When I started working with you, it got people that were actively looking for my solution right now. So the biggest thing was the intent of people that we got on the call was so much stronger,
Right.
right? And obviously a couple things with crafting my offer, because when we first talked, I was like, I don't know what the hell an offer is. Like, what is an offer,
Right.
right? But just helping me craft that out, and when we launched it, dude, it was like it was literally night and day, because it was like I didn't have to post content. People would go through a form and fill out a funnel so I can see if they're qualified before I took the call.
Right.
And then when you gave me a closer, it was like, well, all I had to do was fulfill now, right? Which was
Yeah.
so much better. So
I
yeah,
know that one of the biggest things with you specifically was you were doing indirect marketing before, and we
yeah.
we changed you over to direct. Once we did that, what did that do? Like you were doing 100 grand a month. What are you doing now?
So I was doing 100 grand a month in revenue. right?
Okay.
But I wasn't doing that cash. I was doing
Right.
like right around 60 to 64K a month cash. This past month I did right around 217. So 217 cash. Not rent,
Incredible.
right? Cash in my
Yeah.
pocket,
And that's
right?
the thing that matters, man. That's the
Yeah,
thing that
man,
matters.
100%, bro. Because payment plans is like a Fugazi Fugazi, but
Yeah.
like people are coming in like super intentful, like they're paying us in full. That was kind of the biggest thing with when we switched from indirect to direct is our cash went up. Like we went from like 41% cash to like right around 78.
Why do you feel like that the funnel and the process itself did that?
Because before, when you, and it's something that you told me as well, is when you do indirect marketing, these aren't people that are actively looking for a solution. These are
Right.
people that are open to your solution, right? When we did direct, it got people that were looking for how to get into what I did.
Hmm.
So, number one, the sales call was so much easier. Number two, we stopped getting objections and we started just getting people that were just ready to go now,
I
which
know. Yeah.
biggest driving factor. Like we stopped having people who were like, I don't really know if I want to do this. I need to think about it too. Oh, I want to do this, and how can we make this work?
Yeah. And what has that done for you personally? Like, I know that you're making a lot more money, but like in terms of, I guess like your lifestyle, how has that improved like your lifestyle outside of business? Like, are you able to have more time? Do you work less hours?
Yeah, so definitely now it's a lot better because I'm not even taking sales calls anymore, right?
Right. Yeah.
So now it's like I think I probably work on this business maybe an hour to two a day because me not having to take sales calls and making content just freed up so much of my time
Right.
because I literally felt like I was an employee in my own business, right? I'm able to date more, right? Date more girl. I mean, I'm single, right? But yeah, but it's just like it's gotten to the decision where like I don't really have to look at the price for a lot of things. Like I have not just more financial freedom, but more time and location freedom, right? I don't
Yeah.
have to be involved in the business. And that was the biggest thing that I was really looking for. Like when I started this business, I wanted to have something that just curate cash flow for me. So I'm doing things I want to do. And
Right.
with the other strategy I was doing before, yeah, it was great. I mean, it got me to 60 grand a month, but
Which
this
is
is,
incredible.
yeah, 100%, right? But I mean, I'll take 217 over 60 grand any day, right? Right. So yeah, man.
Dude, I
Like,
appreciate you a lot, man. One last thing before we hop off here. What advice would you have to someone who's kind of like on the edge, thinking about like, should I implement the application funnel? Like, is it really worth it? Does it really make that much of a difference? Like, is like, can I trust certified closers? Like, are they a scam? Like, does this guy James really know what he's talking about? Like, what
mhm.
would you say to that person?
I would say two things. Number one, if you want to be the entrepreneur that has the seven-figure business that's doing really, really well, and it's kind of the one thing that you kind of coached me on was you have to adopt the mindset of the business owner that you want to be now, not when you get there, right? And you need to make decisions the way that person does. So for someone who's like skeptical or thinking about doing this, I would tell you this is the fact that when you get on these sales calls and you have these clients throw you these objections, right? You are basically modeling the person that you're trying to attract. If you're getting on calls and like this sounds good, I'll think about this and that, but you're getting the same people on your calls, right? You're putting out what you're getting, right? If you want to get more decisive people that want to take action, you need to be that person so that that way you can attract those people. In
Yep.
terms of what I think of certified closers, they're fucking amazing. Like I think I've already sent you guys like three referrals, right?
Thank you, man.
Um, they're
Appreciate
fucking
that. I think it's
amazing.
five actually, but
Yeah, man, like they're super quick with stuff. The biggest thing that I loved was the support. They're freaking phenomenal. Like they get back to me, and more importantly, like they also coach me on how to manage it. So unlike an agency that can you're probably going to charge a lot more than them and take a percentage of my business, right? And the agency would cost me a couple hundred K a year.
yep.
They're doing it for a lot less, and they teach me the system, so it's all in house, right? I think like if you're gonna do something, you're better off doing it with the guy who's done it for hundreds of people than doing it with, like trying to figure it out on your own. Because I've already done that, and I'll tell you, I would pay James triple of what he paid me. Right? Like I would pay him triple of what I paid, just because like the amount of time and the speed that I got with this whole thing was just invaluable.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And where can people find you and learn more about your business?
100%. So if you go on Instagram, just type in DMVC with Austin. I think we just hit 215,000 followers.
I'll
So
link it below for him. I'll link it below for him, man. Thank
right,
you so much, man.
100%,
I'm
man.
super excited to keep working with you and see more success.
Yeah, man. I mean, my goal is to get this to 500K a month, right? And I know like you've already been like helping me out with like crafting upsells and all that stuff. So I'm super excited for that, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Peace.
bro. Talk soon.